Welcome to the April 15th meeting of the Rotary Club of Jamestown. Please join me in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance and singing the Star Spangled Banner. I pledge allegiance Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed, and the rockets right bursting in gave birth through night that our was still there. Oh, say does that star spangled banner or that and our invocation for today is by Amy Roller.
Will you bow your heads with me?
No.
God of the universe, we give you praise and glory for your good creation, which we are beginning to see in much more visible ways. For flowers and green grass and sunshine and all of the beauty of your creation that gets renewed every season and every year in this way, we give you thanks. We give you thanks for the gifts and the beauty of your creation that we see in the people that we meet, in all aspects of humanity, that in all of them we see your image indelibly upon them. Help us to give thanks and to be gracious for those gifts of your creation as well. For all of the challenges that we have yet to face, of today's challenges, this week's challenges, this next year's challenges, we ask for your help so that we might live out your purposes in the way that you would have us do. We pray this in your name. Amen.
Thank you very much, Amy. Visiting Rotarians and guests, we got a bunch. What we got? Have any cards? Well, Joni Blackman's a guest today. Hey. Okay, well, I know the Weber Knapp folks are here. Hey, we've got, now here's my test. We've got Brennan Webb and Rhonda Johnson and Jody Osborne and Wayne Rochelle. Welcome, welcome. Yes. And next week, they should become members.
And I wanted to welcome my guest, who's also a Rotarian, and welcome her back to Jamestown and ask that you stand Kaitlene, who is back here from Colorado and a Rotarian.
Thank you. All right. Let's see, before I get down to my list of announcements, I think Chris Anderson's got an announcement. Very special one. We're going to make it from there. Okay. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Okay, very good. Very good. A card and a gift for Joaquin. Very good. So I wanted to say that I had a wonderful time at Shawbucks last Wednesday, and so did several other people. So, yes, thank you so much, Emily, for planning that event. And I think we sort of doubled the attendance at Shawbucks that day. So, but we had a great time, and hopefully we'll get more people for socials as we go forward. A lot of fun. So Joelle has an announcement.
So I've sent out a few emails over the last week or two. The Rotary logo apparel shop was reopened. We had a lot of requests for people for upcoming golf tournament, for the auction. People who received their apparel really liked it. So I did send out the link. It was supposed to have closed yesterday. We extended it until Wednesday of this week. So at midnight, Wednesday night, the store, no, actually Thursday morning, midnight, but the store will close. But that will ensure that anything you order is here on time for the auction. Again, you can choose to have it shipped to you. You can choose to pick it up at Falconer Printing, or you can choose to have it delivered to a Rotary meeting by me, and I promise I'll get it here before the auction. I know there was a couple people who are having issues with the link. Falconer Printing said everything looks okay on their end. It's just, if I could just suggest that if you're trying in Google Chrome, maybe to just kind of try it in Microsoft Edge, and clearing out your history seems to be working fine for others. So if you have any questions, just please reach out to me. And if you did not receive the link, I have sent it out like 2 or 3 times using Club Runner. But if you're having some issues, just let me know and I'll send it to you separately. So thanks. Where'd you go?
Thank you, and thank you so much for doing that, Joelle. I think it's made a huge difference to have logo clothes to wear, and so I encourage you to do that, and you'll find you have all kinds of reasons to wear your new apparel. Vince, do you want to make an announcement? I didn't really need to ask, did I? You're tall, so you need to come back here so people can see your face.
So we got an auction coming up, in case you didn't know. May 18. I hope you all are reading the updates and the emails that I send out, because they are all important. We are sold out. We have 158 people attending, and we can hold 150. So I got to figure out the rest, but we'll squeeze people in. When you go to the site, jnyrotary.aprox.org, you will see our incredible list of live and silent auctions. The committee has been doing incredible work, and we have 30 live auction items. That's what we're going to try to limit it to, because we don't want to be there all night, but we have 35 and growing silent auction items. We have some incredible sponsors, and we thank Weber Knapp, one of our premier sponsors. We thank Northwest Bank, UBS, thank you, and Allied Alarm is actually their 2 times good sponsors, which equals 1 time great sponsor. So anyway, thank you for our great sponsors. Plus, we have 17 corporate sponsors. We are absolutely doing fantastic. Now, we are going to cut off the silent auction on April 22nd. That's a firm cutoff. The reason is we go live on May 1st. So on May 1st, you can submit your bids, absentee bidding for our auction, which actually the event itself is on the 18th. The way that works is you'll go online, you'll submit a bid. There's also an opportunity for an absentee bid, which is the highest amount you're willing to go. Now, this is kind of a hybrid situation, because that online piece will close at noon on May 18th. So we can transfer the bids, the highest bids, over to be the starting bids for our live auction. So if you're going to bid online, go as high as you can, because you won't get a chance to bid over the actual event itself. We are in search of some more volunteers. Tori needs some help with room setup. Room setup will be obviously on Saturday, the 18th. So we'll need some help with that. Max is going to be in charge of going and getting stuff. Did I tell you that? You're going to be out there going and collecting items. So we need some people with a van or a little bit of help to go assist Mike or Max. We'll probably do that on the 17th, Friday the 17th, but we'll need some help with that. We'll also need help moving the silent auction items from the Rotary office over to Moonbrook. Lisa is in charge of the silent auction, and that is growing by the minute. So we do have, I think Kristen is going to help her. Sharon Hamilton is going to help her. A couple more people would be great with the silent auction because there are quite a few events, quite a few items that we'll need some help with. I've talked to the actual event volunteers. We have people to assist with 50-50, with spotters out there, and Kathy Birch is going to be in charge of check-in and check-out. So that's going to be help as well. If you have silent auction items or certificates, I need them. Obviously, anybody that wins a silent item is that certificate's going to be in an envelope and handed to them. I have quite a few, but I need anybody that has secured a silent auction item, and you can see they're all posted on the auction site. They're all there. By the way, look at the write-up for each one. If you want to add something, I was talking to Walt about the stained glass. I'd like to add the size of that on there. But if it's not written up correctly, please email me and let me know so we get it written up correctly. The latest 2 live auction items, thanks to the connections in the music world that Tim Edberg has, is a guitar signed by Taylor Swift. How cool is that? Tim knows Taylor one-on-one. But anyway, that's on there. Also, we now have a signed jersey there by our great quarterback for the Buffalo Bills there. So everything is coming along. It's going to be the GOAT, greatest of all time auction, obviously. As we get closer, what we need you to do is to get this website out on your Facebook page, because we need people out there bidding online starting May 1st. I want you to remember, when you go on there, all the items are listed under view event items. If you look at online items, there's nothing. It's all event items. Okay, so we're there. I also need to know if you have guests coming, I need to have their emails. I need to have them assigned with emails. It is awesome if they load their credit card, but if they don't do it when they initially sign up, then there will be an email that goes out to everyone a week prior that is going to the event that says, would you like to pre-register? If you pre-register, then you could put in your credit card and skip the line, which we're going to try to minimize at check-in. We want to have it all very smooth. So if you get me the emails of any of your guests, name, email, then I'll make sure they get that opportunity to pre-register. Many people are already pre-registered, but that's really going to be the key. So I'm giving you a notice that a week from today, that's it. No more auction items after that, so we can be set up and ready to go live. Any questions? Maura, you got a question, but you didn't want to. Oh, you're late. Okay. All right. Well, we're going to have a great time. It's going to be an awesome GOAT auction.
Yeah, let's have a huge round of applause for the auction committee, because they have really been doing it. Love it, love it. Thank you so much. Okay, so I am announcing officially that Brennan Webb has been approved as a primary member for Weber Knapp by the membership committee and the board, and that Rhonda Johnson, Wayne Michelle, and Jody Osborne have been approved as alternates. If any member of Rotary knows any reason why these people would not make, or any individual would not make exemplary Rotary members, please inform our secretary, Lisa Goodell, in writing by Friday, February 19th. We're planning to induct them as our new members next Monday. Yes. So At our last board meeting, I don't think I got to announce this last time because it was a very jam-packed meeting. At our board meeting last month, we accepted the resignation with regret of George Harper. And since he's online right now, wherever he is in the country, maybe the world, but with starting his new job, he was unable to regularly attend board meetings and fulfill those responsibilities. No, he's resigning from the board. He's resigning from the board, and also he was hoping to become treasurer. So anyone who is interested in serving on the board or interested in becoming treasurer next year, please contact a board member. List of the board members is in the front of your program. We will be discussing this at our board meeting on Friday, so please, we would love to hear from you. Friday, April 26th from 6 to 9 in the evening, and Saturday, April 27th from 9 until 4 is our District 7090 conference. We would love as many of you as possible to attend and learn more about the district and Rotary International. We will be working on doing carpooling. So I know that Joni's going Friday evening, so contact Joni Blackman if you're interested in carpooling on Friday. I'm going, and Marion Beckerink is going on Saturday, and also she's taking some of our exchange students. So please, if you can possibly go and expand your horizon of Rotary, we would love to have you there. Okay, we announced at the last meeting that the dues for 2024, 2025 will be $180. And so the invoices will be going out and they are payable June 1st. The board has approved paying in 2 payments, and I just wanted to clarify this. The first payment, 2/3, or $120 will be due on June 1st, and $60 will be due on December 1st. This is required because we have to pay to Rotary International at the end of both those months, so we need to know if we have some people who are in arrears. Becky? Yes, you can definitely pay it all at once for the June 1st. But since it's an increase, we made the other available. Are there any additional committee chairs wanting to make announcements? Oh, the Rotary Club of Jamestown Community Service Fund Board of Directors will meet tomorrow at noon. You can either attend via Zoom or in person at the Gebby Foundation. So and if you don't have to be on that board to attend, if you want to contact Marion, if you'd like to learn more about the Community Service Fund. All right. Dan, have you got some 50-50 tickets? Who's gonna choose?
I'll have our guests choose the tickets today, but the total pot is, well, the winning's $29 for the winner. Ticket. A lot of pressure. All right. The winning ticket number today, the last 4 are 2749.
The last 4 or 27?
2749. The full number, 3822749. I sold the tickets. Somebody's got to have it. 427. Mike Roberts. All right.
Ohio State won another national championship, comes as no surprise. Okay. Women's hockey. Ohio State won 3 national or back-to-back in pistol shooting. Yes, that's a thing in college. And a shout out to 5 or 6 volunteer fire departments that showed up at a house fire in Venus. And the work that they did to, actually half the house was saved. I know the people, they're my clients, some amazing people out of Akron, New York. And thankful for all those firefighters that showed up and did a great job saving what part of the house they could.
Thank you very much. So may I give a hand for our Sergeant at Arms of the Day, John Healy. Always a balance.
We can hear that.
All right, I hope everybody got their dollars ready. We haven't met in a couple of weeks, so I'm gonna see what I can get out of your pockets here. So first, I was gonna find Mike Roberts for that pistol shooting from Ohio State, because I'm sure we're all aware of that, but he already put some money in the bucket, so I'll let that slide. JCC alumni. JCC Athletics is adding hockey as an athletic program, its newest club sport. So I think everybody that's an alumni at JCC should put $1 in for their club hockey team. And they're also adding the occupational therapy assistant program, open a pediatric sensory clinic. So that's another good $1. United Way leads the emergency food and shelter program and responsible for distributing $45,455 in federal funding received, Amy. So United Way, thank you. Thank you, Amy. Marketing, Chautauqua County, IDA, the Chautauqua County Partnership for Economic Growth, and the IDA kicked off a new campaign to attract people to the county. Jason, thank you. RevCHQ is both a marketing and a website initiative to attract and retain people. So Jason, Dan, you're on the board at the IDA. Yep, got you. Thank you. Thank you. Tax day, I didn't see John Lloyd, but if there's any other financial professionals who are happy to see tax day here, they have an extra $1 too. Phil, you probably got a couple bucks after tax day ready to put in the pot. Yeah. What?
Where's the?
Right here.
Can I do my happy bucks so I don't have to make a trip?
If you put another $1, we'll let that slide.
Bad buck for coming late and another one for leaving early. My apologies to labor and delivery. But I did my part. Bye.
Community Foundation, I believe the 2024 General Scholarship application window is open, Tori. So Tori will owe us. Thank you. And then last week we didn't meet, and any Rotarians out there watch the moon pass in front of the sun. I think that's worth $1 from everybody. So. And that's all the finds I got today. So, happy bucks, any happy bucks out there?
Thanks, John. I'll hit 2 happy bucks. The first one about the eclipse. We all experienced a once in a lifetime event, and early indications we've heard from the business community. The whole weekend really was like a busy summer weekend, which is really good. How many times do we get that opportunity in Chautauqua County in April? So we're very happy about that at the chamber. And just a last call reminder from Chamberland that we have our county executive breakfast on Friday. Vince, you've been to one of those, right? So, okay. It's always a good time. Right around the time of the state of the county here, we are at Harbor Hotel. So check out our website if you want to register, let me know, but we appreciate seeing you there.
I'm putting money in for Sally and myself for the eclipse, and also $1 to say I'm happy to be back. And thank you all for writing your names down today.
Hello, I have my buck for the eclipse. That was a very fun event to experience.
And also a thank you to everyone who did come out and join us at Shawbucks last week. It was a good time. And Mark was online. I have a special thank you to him, if he's still there, but he bought me one of my beers. So that was very nice. So thank you.
Okay, I did my solar eclipse happy buck, which was an awesome experience. But I have two happy bucks. One is for our speakers today from UPMC Chautauqua. And I also want to give a huge shout out to 4-H and the cooperative extension. They do a fabulous job. As you know, the literacy committee participated in Ag Week. And the Cornell Cooperative Extension purchased this book for every single elementary school in Chautauqua County. They organized volunteers to read to any classroom that wanted to learn about growing strawberries. This is a beautiful book, and they put together activities, the whole shebang. So each of our volunteers got a packet, and I'll be delivering this book to Bush School where we read. But I'm telling you, that Cornell Cooperative Extension, I couldn't believe how organized and what a beautiful job they did. So they have my full support in years to come for their Ag Week. So thank you.
Thank you very much, Diana. And thanks to the literacy committee for doing so much with our students. It really makes a huge difference in the classroom. And I, for one, can tell you how I just enjoy it so much. It's so much fun. So, very good. Appreciate all the happy bucks. I love to hear the news that people give. Now I would call on Dan Heitzenretter to introduce our speakers.
Thanks, Ruth. So some of you may know, but if you don't, my wife is an RN at UPMC Chautauqua in the maternity care unit. And because of that, I've been very excited as the literacy committee launched the Books and Bibs project for our club to be involved and obviously having a direct impact with this unit at the hospital. So I asked Dawn and Amanda to come today to really talk about whatever you'd like around the unit, what you have going on, and maybe if you have any early insights or reports about the Books and Bibs and how that's being received. So with that, I'll call up Dawn Pickett, the nurse leader, and Amanda Haig, the clinician for UPMC maternity care.
I'm Dawn Pickett. I have been with UPMC Chautauqua now for going on 17 years. I've been in maternity for the last 14 of those years. And I have been in leadership at Chautauqua now for 4.5, almost 5 years. Time flies really quickly. Okay. I do have 4 children myself. The oldest is 17 and the youngest is 7. And it's really, really heartwarming to try and get out in the community and do more for our patients. I'll let Amanda introduce herself.
My name's Amanda Haig, and I've been at UPMC Chautauqua for 19 years. Leadership for 2 years in this new role, which I never wanted leadership. That was not my role. I was a bedside nurse, that's what I was. But I just felt like there was evolving changes happening all the time, and I really wanted to make sure labor and delivery has always been my passion, and I wanted to make sure we could lead these new nurses coming out because, you know, COVID kind of broke us for sure. So of nursing. So wanted to make sure they fell in love with the job that we fell in love with, and that's why I went into leadership. I have 2 kids also. I'm going to be 16 and going to be 12, the wonderful teenagers. But yeah, we love what we do. We love Jess. She's a great asset to our department. And we have about 33 employees over there for RNs.
So a little bit about us. We deliver about 700 patients a year. We have seen a little bit of an increase over the last 3 years that the northern county doesn't really have anybody delivering. Our main goal right now is to make sure that we are delivering the best patient experience to all of our patients that come in, and sometimes we get some challenges. So we are working on getting the word out about childbirth classes currently. After COVID, everything got shut down. Now we have in-person classes that we can have you come in and get a tour of the unit. You get to see anesthesia, you meet some of the staff. We're having a little bit of a struggle to get people back in for those. So we're really marketing that right now. We are working on getting some substance abuse education out for our patients. We're seeing an increase in patients coming in that are on substances, whether it's in a program or not in a program. We have quite a few people that come in and they have comorbidity issues that come in, and we have a challenge to get our staff educated. So we have tons and tons of different mini projects that we're working on. The Rotary Club has been gracious enough to put together bibs and books and a library card application for every patient that delivers. So every morning we go in and we do our nurse leader round and we give them a thank you gift for delivering with us, and then the bibs and book bag, and they have been so incredibly happy and blessed with it. I haven't followed up with the library to see how many people have actually signed up for the library card yet, but I have walked in to see the dad reading one of the books to the baby. So it's actually being used and it's really, really nice. Do you guys have any questions for us? Yeah.
This might be a little bit out of your territory. Curious to know whether or not midwife assisted home delivery is still practicing that interaction with you.
So
if we could ask you these questions and we go on.
So the question was, do we still have midwife at home deliveries? We actually have 3 midwives on staff. So Lane Group has 3 midwives in their practice, and they do have delivering privileges with UPMC Chautauqua. So they do come over and we do have patients deliver. New York State has now made it insurance coverage for like doulas. So we're seeing an increase in doulas. We do have a handful of patients that come in that are trying for a home birth with an Amish or a lay midwife, and they are unsuccessful, so they'll come in and deliver with us. So we have seen some of those as well. Any other questions for us? Yeah. So the OBGYNs for our group, we have Lane Group, who is out on Foot Avenue, and that has Dr. Allen and Dr. Daniels. And then they have the 3 midwives. So they have Nikki Peterson, Katie Hodak, and Corinda Messenger. And then GLPP is right on Sherman Street. And we have Dr. Andrea Walsh, Ainsley McFadgen, Dr. Shrestha, I'll butcher his first name. Dr. Dolan's that comes down like as a locum here and there, and Dr. Martin Caliendo and Mandeep Farrar. But yeah, we do have quite a rotation of them. Yep. And we love our providers. They almost become like a second family member to us. Yes. Both of us. Yep. Honestly, and we have both said this a lot. we have both felt the difference. And there's a lot of UPMC tactics, and we live by our values down there, and we can feel the difference. Like at first you want to stomp your feet. No, I don't want to do the change, but it absolutely feels like a whole new facility now. And all we've done is focus on those core values. So for me personally, it's been amazing. And for me, it's a good thing.
Yeah, I'll comment on that. You know, being a small community hospital, WCA, you know, it was a huge change to go from a very small community hospital to a big business, really. And to get people to turn over to that was a challenge to start out with. I think once people realized what they were here for and why they were here and the goodness that came from it, more and more people are realizing the benefits that come with UPMC being here. the Women Health Service Line that we are a part of with McGee, we meet with them monthly with multiple different things to network. It's been a huge benefit for our department alone. I mean, we've got more providers with us. We didn't have 3 midwives before. We got the 3 midwives now. It has been a change. Yes, change is hard, I think, for a lot of people, but UPMC has done a really good job, I think, in a small community to try to keep it a small community. Not, there has been some things of New York State compared to PA. That's been a little bit of a challenge too. But being part of a women health service line in general, the amount of people in this community that benefit from that, I think, has been a huge bonus.
Seen any trends? I know in the county, we looked a lot at minority communities, mental health and all that type of thing, different communities. Have you seen any trends out there, in terms of, the health of our community or underserved, that kind of stuff?
I think one thing we've been noticing recently, okay, so he wanted to know about any trends that we've seen in the community, with the health. We're seeing more of an increase in the breastfeeding rates. We're only at like 52% exclusive breastfeeding.
That's the problem.
But
Where do I set the date?
so right. So we are seeing that. We definitely seen people not going back for their 6-week follow-up appointments. So we're seeing some of that. We're trying to get to where we're making you your appointment before you leave the hospital in hopes that you'll go to your appointments at that point. And again, the education before coming in, we're seeing a little bit of an increase now. But the last 5 months, we've not had more than 3 people, I think is the most in our childbirth classes.
How's business? Has the number of deliveries staying the same, declining, or increasing?
So we have definitely increased in our deliveries. This past year, we had 687 of them.
My second thing is, for everybody else, May 6th is National Nurses Day. And if you happen to do an RN, I have to marry one. I expect that because they are the first people that are really for I'm going now.
So when we did our new building over in 2019, we extended up to 3 floors above the ER. We're on level 3 and above us is 1 other unit. We now have 3 dedicated triage rooms, where before you were in your labor rooms and you would be triaged in there. Now we have 3 dedicated triage rooms. We have 4 labor rooms and we have 12 postpartum mother baby rooms. When we went up there, we applied for a grant that helped us to get all brand new cribs because we didn't want to take anything that was older up with us up to the new unit. So we have new infection control acceptable cribs. We have been working throughout the years. We've gotten more Criticons that I can scan the patient's bracelet and it will go right into her chart. We have PACU bays that go right to the computer system as well now. And our OR can house up to triplets in that OR. So you can go in there and for triplets and we'll have the capability to do that here. And every single labor room has its own panda warmer, which is meant for stabilizing the infant. So we don't have to move things from room to room to room anymore. Yeah, it really has been a blessing.
You and UPMC stands for university.
Yeah.
What are your training responsibilities and accountabilities?
So as far as training, for nursing in general, we have a set annual education things we have to do every year. For labor and delivery, we have to go through a stable course every 2 years. We have to do NRP, which is neonatal resuscitation, every 2 years. ACLS so that you can continuously monitor the patients after they are recovering. That's every 2 years. And then CPR.
Are you involved training these nurses?
Yep, we sure are. So we do top to bottom. We teach them, so they know the basic nursing stuff. When you come out of school, you know how to take a vital and you know how to assess them from head to toe, but they don't know the mom baby maternity stuff. So when you come in and you're pregnant, you have 2 patients there you have to think about. You always have to think of the what ifs, and mom might be stable, but that baby on the monitor might not be. So we have to teach them how to think more critically. And you also have to think about the support person in that room, because now you have the dad, and if mom and baby aren't doing well and we're focused on those people, we can't leave you out of the picture either. So we have to teach them how to care for even the support people. Yep. All of them. So we don't have the nursing work program. Yeah, they're trying to get that. We need a doctorate prepared nurse to work with the hospital in order to get our own school of nursing. Yes.
Yes.
JCC sends a ton of nursing students. And actually BOCES does as well. We get the LPNs. It's always a struggle. Our unit specifically isn't near as bad as other units. We have, I think we're up to 17 graduate nurses that will be starting in June. So we're very lucky in that aspect. When you add in all of the nurses who are retiring this year, we're still negative, but we're definitely getting better. I think the struggle is keeping them happy and engaged once we get them in the door, because it gets overwhelming. Once we get you off of orientation and you're on your own, we can't forget you're newer and we can't let you flounder, and we want to keep everybody. So it's a struggle. Chocolate.
Yeah, trust me.
Yeah. Yeah. And we do, like with that, we do monthly check-ins with all of our staff members, because if you're struggling in one area, we want to know. We don't want to wait until you're putting in your 2-week notice before we fix the what ifs, you know? So we've been very, very good about that. And that's something that's changed from, years ago when I first started to now. Even my one up will sit down and talk to me. So it's very helpful.
Thank you so much.
It's not a question, but when our literacy committee decided to do this project, we were nervous about reaching out to you because we had never done this with a hospital. And when we emailed you, it was so heartening to have your enthusiasm with all the things that you have on your plate to add, delivering personal packages to patients, that we put together, and we deliver 18 to 20 every month to try to keep pace with deliveries. But I just want to say thank you. You all are incredible to work with, and we really appreciate you doing this for us.
Thank you both very much for coming. And one of Rotary's major international projects, that you will appreciate this, is to eradicate polio in the world. And in honor of and thanks of your presentation today, we will make a donation to that program, Polio Now, and 4 children will never experience polio in their lives. Here. Thank you very much. So please remember this year's Rotary International theme, Create Hope in the World. I think today's program is part of that. And as we prepare to leave, let's repeat the 4-way test. Of the things we say or do, is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? And will it be beneficial to all concerned? Thank you very much. and we are adjourned.